Okay, so we're beginning what I would call the second chunk here in our look at World War One, and these are what I call sort of the immediate causes. So we've established how the possibility for a war existed. You know, all the tension that was in Europe and within the world. There was industrialism, so there was this ability to produce weapons. We know militarism. There was a desire to use them if there was a need to resolve a dispute. There was land at stake with imperialism. There's much that could be gained that way, and land equaling power. Certainly, European countries wanted to maintain their power base. And we had this alliance systems, the alliance systems, which were, supposed to eliminate or at least reduce the threat of war. They actually created a scenario where a world war could be possible. All right, so that's sort of where we left off. And I had left off looking at that map of Europe, and I had said, in spite of all of the tension between the alliance players, the greatest amount of tension actually existed in the Balkan region, and it was that shared border between Serbia and the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And I described that situation as a powder keg. Well, we look at the immediate sequence of events, right? I had said the only thing that needed to set off this powder keg was a spark. And World War One is very much arrived at through a spark. So the focus here is going to be, what is from the spark that is going to ignite this enormous explosion here, how do the dominoes fall? And this is very much a domino effect. All right, we'll see that it's somewhat predictable based on what we already know here about the state of Europe. All right, so we'll start here. The question, is there a spark? Well, yeah, of course, there's got to be one. So what is going to be the spark or the trigger to all of this here? All right, so this is going to be in the form of a timeline. So I will ask you to write it out, and it's very brief, but it'll be important that you know how the dominoes fall, because that's how it all will make sense to us. So here it is. What is it that sparks this war? Well, inevitably, it comes with the assassination of Franz Ferdinand. So who is Franz Ferdinand? Well, in this slide here, we can see it's this guy here with the hat, this kind of Shriners-like hat that he's got on here, and he looks rather happy in this picture here. He's got his wife beside him. Sophie was her name. She was considerably younger than Franz Ferdinand. And one of the big questions is, who is this guy, right? We know he's Franz Ferdinand, but really, who he is must matter in this case. He must be someone of importance, all right? And he is. He is the Archduke of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. So he's the prince. So basically, he's sort of next in line, but he's a major political influencer within the empire. So he's an important guy, and sadly, maybe if he doesn't get killed, maybe he doesn't make the history books. But this is sort of what he is notorious for being assassinated, and his assassination is going to spark the First World War. So I guess the next question's got to be a question of, does it matter who kills him? And I think when you're dealing with any assassination, it definitely matters. Because, if Franz Ferdinand, let's say, is assassinated by somebody from within Austria-Hungary, is that going to spark a world war? Well, probably not. So who kills him is an important piece, all right? And we'll see that inevitably the assassination is going to come from a Serbian terrorist, okay? And his name is Gavrilo Princip, all right? And he is a member of this group called the Black Hand. And the Black Hand is a terrorist organization that has roots in Serbia, and they're very much a sort of nothing to lose Slavic nationalist organization. And we'll see that where Franz Ferdinand finds himself is in Sarajevo when this picture was taken. And this is the last known picture of Franz Ferdinand before his death. And it looks like he's doing a tour, and that's exactly what he's doing here. So you can see he seems happy in this piece. He's shaking hands and meeting people. He's trying to show face here that he's not really that bad of a guy. So Sarajevo happens to be the capital of Bosnia, and we know already that this is a piece of land here that was annexed by Austria-Hungary, and they're not happy about it.